Hello, everybody. This is Julie D from NordoniaHills.news, and welcome to the interview with High Five Pet Care, featuring Kayla Santoli. Did I pronounce that right?
Santoli, yes.
Yay! How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little crazy, but that's okay.
Yeah, aren't we all?
um, so everybody is probably wanting to know what services does your company provide?
We offer in-home pet care. So my services are conducted in your own home. And this eliminates the need to have to take your dog to a boarding facility where there's a bunch of other dogs and things like that. So I just go, I provide the care, and that's it.
What is your service area?
So I service a 10-mile radius where I am. So generally a 10-mile radius of Macedonia and surrounding. But it's not limited to just that. So within 10 miles, there is no charge for mileage. But outside of that, then I charge a small mileage fee, for travel. And given the gas prices, these days, it's kind of necessary because my job is solely travel based. I'm driving all over the place all the time.
What made you want to start this business up?
So initially, I was looking for a way to earn a little bit of extra income, and I'm like, well, it might as well be something I enjoy, and I really enjoy animals, as I have a dog of my own, and I love him dearly. But I realized I needed to do a little bit more than just like do it on the side for extra income because it is a very high liability job and people really rely on you to take care of their pets. So I took it a step further and got my, license through the state as an LLC, and then I got insured. I got a bond and became a member of Pet Sitters International, which is a very good resource for professional pet sitters. They offer educational opportunities and a bunch of different things. And that's actually how I got my insurance. They offer discounts, for people getting insured through their preferred insure provider. So that's kind of how I got into this. And I took it a step further to be a professional as opposed to like doing something on the side.
Well, I know sometimes it's scary, taking a big step and doing something like that. Did you have any obstacles in this process?
Um, Nothing huge because there really isn't a whole lot of regulation for pet sitters. I didn't even have to get licensed, but it is an extra step that I took. But I think probably one of the biggest obstacles is, working up a really good agreement between a client and me professionally that would both protect them and me when I'm providing services. But luckily, I had some family resources to help me with that. But that definitely would be one of the more difficult things for somebody else who maybe didn't have that resource. But I still making modifications to that even, and it's really, you kind of learn as you go and you modify from there. So I'm still learning now. So that's probably one of my biggest obstacles with pet sitting because it's so fluid. You learn like, oh, well, this didn't really work out, so I'm going to change and do this. So
Right. Well, I think everybody is in the process of evolving, especially, things are different now than, than we had before COVID. So, I mean, I think everybody's kind of used to like, making some adjustments to everything.
yes, yeah.
Now, what about walking, pet walking? Do you do that as well?
Yeah, so aside from like the regular pet sitting services, I offer walks only. So if you have a long work day and you need your dog to be or pet to be tended to, just so to kind of break up their day, I'll go in, take them for a nice walk, and then give them food and water because that is also included. So, like, you could schedule a lunch visit and then they get their lunch and a water refresh and some exercise.
What about medicine? Do you ever
So
administer medicine for them?
yes, right now I only offer oil, oral based medications. So I don't currently offer any like injection type medications as of right now, because I'm looking at, getting some kind of training from somebody certified to teach me. So like insulin shots and things like that, just so I have a little bit of experience. Just because I'm not comfortable with that right now, I only
Hmm.
do oral based administrations.
Yeah, I don't think you should do anything that you're not comfortable with and confident that you can
Yeah.
do it well.
Yeah.
Any other little services that you provide for them? Do you give them like birthday parties or anything?
No, not birthday parties, but we're trying to kind of work out something that maybe we send something nice to the owner for the pet's birthday.
Oh,
But aside from, the regular pet sitting and dog walk services, I do offer some other, like, I guess, courier services. So like if they need to be taken to the vet to an appointment, that's a service, but they're only offered as an add-on and not a service in and of itself. So
they already have to be a client of yours already to get that service.
yeah, a client, and they would have had to have one of the other main services like a pet sitting, drop and visit, or dog walk. But I haven't had anybody, request any of that stuff yet, but I have my whole list of services on my website too. So, if anybody ever wanted to like see, okay, what exactly does this lady do? So you can go on there and find all of that there.
So, have you had any unexpected incidences? Maybe something funny that happened with one of the pets.
Um, Nothing really yet. Everything has been pretty normal. But I've had some unexpected, like, people contacting me last minute because they were going to board, and then whoever they were boarding with had an emergency and they canceled on them, and then they found me and reached out to me, and I was able to help them. Obviously, last minute service requests aren't preferable, but I understand emergencies happen. So, I mean, as far as surprises go, that's the extent of surprise that I've gotten so far. But, I'm still pretty early in my business, so I'm sure I'll find something crazy, that'll happen.
Yeah, when did it officially start?
The beginning of March this year. So, still pretty fresh, new. But it's also exciting because of the amount of clients I already have, given that I started so
How
early.
many how many people have you serviced? Do you know?
Um, I have, well, either I've already taken care of or they are currently pending services. So I'd say about 20,
Hmm.
maybe. So I mean, it's a really good turnout for
Right.
being just started.
Well, obviously there's a big need for it. I mean, just about everybody has a pet. There's probably some statistic I do not have at the at my fingertips, but do you mostly do dogs or do you occasionally take care of cats too?
Oh, I do cats as well. A lot of them are dog clients, just because they're more needy
Yes.
than, a cat or a small animal. Which is also why I require, when somebody schedules something for a dog, a minimum of 2 visits, just because they are so needy and well, not needy. Well, my dog's needy, but they just require more attention because they need to be let out and things like that. Whereas a cat, they have a litter box, they can go right in the house, but and they need at least 1 visit a day. So, but yeah, I would also do small animals, guinea pigs, hamsters, birds, um,
Rabbits.
yeah, rabbits. So not just dogs.
Well, that's good to keep in mind because I'm sure people probably just think mostly dogs. But have you had a hard time at warming up to any of the animals?
No, no, no. They've all been really great, really receptive to me. And, I just love animals in general. So it makes it really easy to connect. And I actually have a client, who was a little wary about, having somebody come in a home because their dog, well, one of them anyway, has a little bit of, I guess, kind of a guard tendency, when somebody they don't know comes in the home. And granted that this is a Great Dane, so a very large dog. And there's actually two of them in that house. One of them's just like a goofy, friendly dog. The other one's just very more like standoffish. And, the first time I went in, and yeah, they kind of barked at me and stuff, and they were like right here in my face. So it was a little bit intimidating, but now, I mean, he still does that sometimes when I come into the house, but I'm, regular. So he kind of knows who I am after a minute. And he's also elderly. So that kind of adds on to his uncertainty, initially takes him a minute to be like, okay, she's okay.
Yeah, I think animals generally know who the good people are. And
Yeah, I like to think so.
well, it sounds like you haven't really had any problems. So that's
No, I
and
haven't.
you've already
Knock on
seen so
wood.
many. Yes. Knocking on wood.
Yes. Yeah, here's
Is there anything else that that I didn't ask that you would like to let everybody know?
I don't really think so. It's pretty, straight cut. I offer a plethora of services, to not just dogs, but cats, other small animals. Reptiles are not to be left out either, because I know there are some people that just don't do reptiles. But again, I'm a huge animal lover, so like, I snakes are cool.
I want to see you walking my snake down the street.
Yeah, that'd be a little difficult. They probably want to, sunbathe. I'm like, okay, we gotta wrap this up. But yeah, that would be an interesting one if somebody was like, I want you to walk my snake. Like, I hope that's a joke.
Yeah, probably.
But,
I can't even imagine putting, a little collar on a lizard.
Yeah, like, well, actually, people do put harnesses on lizards and actually take them outside.
Wow. Well, I've seen that with cats.
They do that with lizards too, but
Wow.
Snakes, it'd be a little bit harder to harness a snake because they're, one straight shape.
And once they hit the grass, they're gone.
Yeah, they're like, I'm free. But, yeah.
Well, if you ever do get that request, let me know.
Oh yeah, I will have to. I'm like, this is new. You gotta hear about this. But yeah, but other than that, pretty much I'm really transparent on my website. I add a little bit about me, and also how I got into this. My dog was another influence, because I already don't like to board him. So, because he's a very people loving dog. He likes to cuddle. He sleeps with us every night. Us meeting my husband and I. And my husband actually helps me with pet sitting jobs. So it's not just me. He kind of helps, lighten the load for me when he's available. Because he's a firefighter in like 3 different departments. So he's got a crazy schedule himself. But yeah, my dog was a huge influence because it's like, I got into the pet sitting. I'm like, okay, well, this is an interesting thing to offer. And I opened up and I connected with some other local pet sitters, for support, advice. And then we kind of back each other up on jobs. I've already gotten that actually. I've, partnered with a other professional pet sitter in the area. And, she kind of refers me to her clients to help take care of their needs if she is overbooked.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take care of you, but go to this person and, see if they work for you. So I've gotten that already, which is great, because that also helps me, with promotion, word of mouth, things like that. But of course, they're still that sitter's client. I'm, not about taking people's clients just for business. It's just I'm backup.
Yeah, well, it's nice to network with other, similar businesses so you can bounce ideas off each other.
Yes, yeah, that has been very helpful with being new to this entire thing. I mean, getting the education from Pet Sitters International has been very helpful, but it's also helpful to get it from, firsthand experience from other people who have been doing this for a while. So I'm all about learning.
Now, tell everybody your website and phone number.
So my website is www.high5petcare. That's spelled HIGH, the number 5, petcare.net. And my phone number is 330-785-7387. And you can text or call me there. You can message my page. It all goes right to me. And, it's very personable. So, you'll get a response in a reasonable amount of time, but give me a little bit of leeway, because I'm doing these jobs and I may not be able to get back right away, but definitely in a reasonable amount of
Yeah, I now have everything down in the description.
time.
So people can click or call or whatever they want to do.
Yes, yeah.
Well, great. It's been wonderful talking to you and finding out more about your business. And
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing some more stories. Maybe we can, circle
Yeah.
back around the holidays.
Yes, if I get something, really funny or crazy, I'm definitely all about sharing that. Maybe I'll share it on my page and you just,
Yeah, we can share it. Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yes, yeah. But it's bound to be a very interesting job, the further I get into it, because animals are funny in general. So, I should have a lot of stories,
You
later
said
on.
further. That was a pun. Well, take care. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.